today's art at home lesson is going to be this adorable 4-leaf clover mosaic. Super easy, just kind of fun. So what you're going to need is a pair of scissors. You'll need a ruler, pencil, either a black marker or black Sharpie. And then what you use to color this with is completely up to you. So you can use some color sticks, which are basically colored pencils without the, it's just like the colored pencil lead in a stick. I use these a lot for rubbings or texture plates with my little guys, but you can use them to color your mosaic. You can always use crayons, colored pencils. My favorite type of colored pencil is the Prisma. Can you guys see that? The Prisma colored pencil. It's just a higher end, it's an artist brand, but I also have Rose Art colored pencils in here. Takes a minute to focus. And I have Crayola in here as well. So any type of colored pencil is great. I also have some oil pastels, and these are all different brands as well. There's really no, I just like oil pastels, and so any brand is fine. I know you can get Crayola and things like that at like Walmart and Target, so anything. You can also use markers if you want to use markers. And you will need some 8.5 by 11 paper. So this is just like regular weight construction paper, and this works great. That's what this one is made out of. But I also have some heavy duty watercolor paper. You will need to turn your 8.5 by 11 paper into a square. So easy peasy way to do that. If you want an 8.5 by 8.5 square, is to take and fold it, line up the side edges, this is that thick watercolor paper, so it's a little harder to fold. Okay, so I just took and folded one corner over, lined up my edges, and then I'm going to take my scissors and cut this piece right here off. That's an easy way to get an 8.5 by 8.5 square. Now if you wanted a smaller square, that's where your ruler comes into play. You would just measure. If you want a 4 by 4 square, so you would just measure 4 inches this way, mark it, and you would come down and do 4 inches this way, mark it, and then connect your lines. So if you wanted something smaller, you'll need your ruler. Now we're gonna finish creasing this. So we're gonna take this corner up to this corner. These crease lines are going to be our guide lines. So now we have a crease this way and a crease this way. Now we're just going to take it and fold it in half, unfold it, and then fold it in half, line up those edges, fold it in half the other way. So you should end up with 8 little triangles. And I'm going to outline these so that you can kind of see them a little better. So you've got your crease that goes this way, your X, and then you have your straight across lines. So you don't have to mark them. I marked them so you could see them better. Now in each square, we're just gonna make a heart. You're gonna use this center line as a guideline. And it's just gonna come down to the point, and then it's gonna come up and do the other side. Just like so. So you're gonna do a big heart in all 4 boxes. You can use a heart stencil for this if you want to. My humps are, I gotta fix those. Or you can just free draw it. Like I am. Okay, now that we have our hearts, our 4 main big hearts, there's our 4-leaf clover. We're gonna come in here and we're gonna make a couple of different layers of hearts. So I might do a small one right in here. And I'm gonna try to keep them even. Whatever I do to one, I'm gonna do to all of them. Now I'm gonna add some different layers of hearts. So my next layer is gonna be here. And then I might do another little skinny band. Here. Now remember, whatever you do to one, you have to do to all. Now that we have all of our hearts drawn, you just have to decide what colors you're going to use where. And what type of medium are you going to use? Crayons, markers, colored pencils, oil pastels. Because this is that heavy duty texture paper for watercolor, oil pastels look really, really cool on it. So I'm going to use oil pastels. There's one side. Here is the second side. So I've got 2 squares done out of 4. There's side number 3. One more side to go. Now if you'll notice, I have really tried hard not to use the same color in each section. So I've switched it up. I've used the light green here, but then over here in this skinny section, I've used light green. So I've used the yellow here in the last section, but over here I used it in the second section. So definitely use the same colors, just try to switch it up and not use it in the same section. Let's finish the last one. And the last section is done. So here is our 4-leaf clover mosaic. The last thing that we need to do is outline. So I'm going to use my Sharpie, and I'm going to start with the biggest heart. And you may have to use, this is oil pastel, so it's a waxy and it keeps getting on my Sharpie. So I'm going to use a black oil pastel to outline. If you are doing colored pencil or crayon or even marker, use a marker. But because this is so waxy, it sticks to the end and it doesn't want to outline well. So if you choose to use oil pastels, use an oil pastel to outline. All right, all finished. Now you can do more. I only did like 4 different hearts. If you want to add, more layers in here, you can. It's completely up to you. But this is your 4-leaf clover mosaic. It's lots of fun, super cute. Tune in next week. I'm going to show you how to take this and make it into a cute St. Patrick's Day card. Bye guys. Can't wait to see what you create.